Good afternoon, folks. Joe at River Valley Marine of Lake Minnetonka here, and today it'll be my pleasure to show you this beautiful 2023 Chris-Craft Launch GT28. This particular 28 GT is in the Heritage Trim Edition, which is going to give us teak floor on the swim platform, teak covering boards on the top of the gunnels, and teak accents throughout the boat. 28 GT comes standard with a lounge seat at the stern, flip down drink holders and armrests. This one is optioned with a beverage cooler, and it does have a cockpit table. Your receptacle for the cockpit table is right there. This particular 28 GT is optioned with the full teak cockpit table. At the helm, we've got a 12-inch Garmin multi-function display. This unit can give us navigational charts where we can plot a chart. We're able to see all your hazards and channel markers will be on the screen. You can change the level of detail that it displays. You can have it show topography of the lake bottom, things like that. This is also where we're going to get our engine instrument readout as well. You're able to run this unit in a split screen so that you can have nav charts up along with your engine instruments as well. And then we still do have analog gauge here for speed, and then a smaller digital display across the bottom where you're able to toggle through different things. You can display where your drive is trimmed at, you can display fuel on there, oil pressure, things of that nature. This one has a Mercruiser 8.2 liter V8 that produces 380 horsepower. It's a Bravo 3 outdrive, so it's a dual prop setup with counter rotating props pitched opposite of one another. It's going to give us better performance out of the hole. We'll get a better hole shot with it and things like that. But it also, when we've got counter rotating prop, it's going to give us a little more control, particularly in tight spaces, handling around the dock and stuff like that. This boat also features the optional bow thruster. It might be difficult for you to see, but we've got a little toggle switch down here. And what that does, your bow thruster, there's a little cutout in the bow with a prop in there, and we're able to have the bow go one way or the other based on what direction we're pushing that switch. What we get is drastically improved handling in tight spots. This boat also has the upgraded premium audio package, which is JL audio speakers and a powered subwoofer. Standard on all 2023 and newer Chris-Craft models is a trim tab system by Seakeeper Ride, and what that is, it's an automatic trim tab system. You've always got the ability to choose manual operation mode where you would control the trim tabs yourself, but when you've got it in the automatic mode, the boat is going to measure its center of gravity 100 times per second, and it's automatically going to deploy trim tabs as necessary, port and starboard, to keep the boat within a defined envelope of center of gravity. So it's going to correct it for attitude, pitch, roll, yaw. We've got a premium helm chair with a bolster. On the port side, we've got the same chair to match with a bolster on this side as well. I like having a bolster for a number of reasons. If anybody, that's at all vertically challenged is going to drive the boat, gives them a little bit of additional height sometimes. Why I like to have a bolster is that oftentimes I'll drive the boat standing up, especially if I'm coming into the dock or I've got some maneuvering to do. And when I do that, if I didn't have a bolster, I have to reach under and move the seat all the way back. With a bolster, I can just flip the bolster up. Now I can drive the boat standing up and I don't have a seat hitting me in the back of the legs. Standard on 28 GT is a very spacious head compartment, and this one is optioned with the Tecma porcelain flushable head. In layman's terms, this is a potty that you can actually use. It's a porcelain system with a holding tank. You don't have to worry about funny smells or anything like that. It's got a hull side pump out fitting when the tank is full. Most places that sell gas on the water also do pump outs. On the bow pass through on these boats, you've got a wind dam. So if you do any early or late season boating, that's a nice feature to kind of shield you from the elements a little bit. If this time of year, today's a beautiful day, it'd be nice to go and do a fall color run, but still get some protection from the elements. And there's a very spacious bow on these boats. We've got flip down armrests, ample seating. We've got storage underneath all of these seats as well. And the nice thing about these storage compartments is that there's a drain in them, and they drain right into the bilge. If you need to put wet fenders or dock lines or anything like that in there, you don't have to worry about moisture, creating funny smells or anything of that nature. Now we've also got storage compartments behind both of the backrests in the bow, both port and starboard. Nice ample storage areas in there. We've also equipped this boat with the optional bow filler cushions. Those stow down here in your ski locker. You've got a couple of hard pieces that lay in these recesses here, and then cushions that go on top of those. And in effect, what you get is this is all filled in, so we've got one big sun pad in the bow. We've got a windlass anchor on this boat. This is our anchor locker, and you've got a switch in here so you can control the anchor from up here, but you also have a switch at the helm, so you can control the anchor from both places. This one, it's a stainless steel anchor with all chain. Along with the windlass system on here, we also have a washdown. Sometimes when we pull that anchor up, after we've been at anchor and we're ready to get going, you pull that anchor up and you bring a little cabbage with it off the lake bottom. In a boat that's not equipped with this system, oftentimes you're stuck hitting up, down a few times and trying to get the lake water to get it off. With this, you can spray it right off. You don't get yourself dirty. You don't track any mud or seaweed into the boat. Keeps everything nice and clean. Within the anchor locker itself, we also have a bow to beach ladder. Once again, you guys, I'm Joe at River Valley Marine of Lake Minnetonka. It was my pleasure to show you this beautiful Chris Craft boat today. If you'd like to stop down and take a closer look at this or any of the other fine boats we've got on display here, we'd love to have you. 1444 Shoreline Drive in Wayzata. Once again, thanks for being with us today.